we're going to go through this example right here. All right. So this is just a general example, and after this, you want me to run the numbers on you specifically, or pretend this is my proposal to you. So I'm just going to share with you what we came up with after we talked or we met last time. So Rebecca, you're 30 years old, you're in great health, okay? And based on what we went through with you, what your needs are, you probably need, because you have the mortgage, you have your car loan, you have one son. So we think that, based on your number, you need about $500,000 policy. If something happened to you, that would help pay for everything and put your family stress-free, okay? So you can put less if you want, but right now, I'll just share with you about what $500 does. But after that, you want to play with numbers, we can talk about it too, okay? So what we're going to show you today, this one has a cap and a floor, but average over the last 20 years has been 7.75%. So that's what I'm showing you today, okay? So you put in for about $500 a month. So maybe it's not $20 a day, it's about $17, $18 a day, okay? So that equals to about $6,000 a year, okay? And what you see over here is this is the money you can use. So remember, this is a long-term thing. It's not a bank. That's why you have a bank, so that you need money now, you have to put some money in an emergency fund. But long-term, you have to save and let it sit there. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay? So this is long-term plan. But basically, what you see here is growing at the 7.75. If something happened to you at any time, your family will get minimum $500,000 plus whatever the cash is. Okay? But we don't want to talk about dying. Is that right? Okay, so what about if you live? So, let's say at 65, you put in, a total you put in is $210,000, okay? Now you want to start retiring. You pull out about $3,500 or $4,000 a month. Rebecca, let me ask you, if you have to pull out $4,000 a month after tax from your 401k, how much you have to pull out total actually? Yeah, maybe $5,000, $6,000, right? But this one, when you take it out, is tax-free. Isn't that awesome? Right? So you take out $45,000 every year. So pretty much after 5-6 years, everything you put in, the $210,000, you take it out already. Does that make sense so far? Okay. Then they're gonna keep giving to you $45,000. You take that from your cash value. So $45,000, and I just put until you're 90 years old. Is that long enough? Or you think you're gonna live longer? We can change the number. You're gonna live longer.
We should.
We can go to 100. This policy can go up to 120. Mona, you want to live to 120? No? Okay, so 90 is good with everyone, right? You're not gonna freak out that if you pass away at 90, okay? But imagine you live till 90. They pay you $45,000 every year from starting when you're 65, and that's all tax free. So total is about $900,000. After you take out $200,000, right? So that's over $1 million retirement already for just $18 a day. And something happened to you, you still, family, have $600,000 left. Take care of your funeral or your rest of your mortgage or whatever's left over, or they can just start saving that for the grandkids. Okay? So let me give you a summary. Oh, I'm sorry. On top of that, here's the one about the long-term care. Okay? If you get sick, so let's say here it shows that I just get an example because most people get sick in their late 60s or early 70s. So if something happens to you, let's say when you're 70 years old, you already started taking out the $45,000. But if something happened like hip replacement or you get cancer or something like that. So the doctors say you have long-term disability. You are sick for longer than 30 days. 90 days. Okay? I don't know about all of you here. I know we would take care of our parents. And I love my son Avery. He would take care of me if I asked him to. But I don't want to put that burden or that responsibility on my son. So I'd rather put money away because look at this. This one, if I wanted to, it could pay me $91,000 from 70 all the way until even 83 years old. And I use that $90,000. I pay for my nurse. I pay for my hospital bill. I pay for live in a nursing facility, or I can pay for housekeeper, or whatever it is. Okay? So let me summarize for you. All right? Rebecca, you put in, what did I say? $500 a month. You times that by 35 years, right? In this example, from 30 to 65. So 35 years equals about 210,000. Make sense?
Yeah.
That's what you put in. So let me summarize. What you put in and what do you get? What do you pay and what do you get? You put in $500 a month, what you get is growth. Okay? How they get 7.75%? Because the cap is 15%. But also, you have safety. So, if the market goes up past 15%, like 20, 25, you only get 15. But what's amazing is that they guarantee you never lose money. So they have a floor, right, of 0.75. Okay, so I'm sorry, there's supposed to be that sign and that sign. You're not going to get more, the maximum 15%, but you're never going to get less than 0.75. So that's why the last 20 years, the average has been 7.75%, the one that I showed to you. Actually, it's more than that. It's almost 9%, but the paperwork only let me show compliance is 7.75. Okay? Then, tax advantage. Okay? Remember, at 65, you can take out $45,000 a year, and you get that tax-free. So all the way until you're 95, remember what I showed to you? It comes out to equal, you take out your 210,000, and also you took out another 900,000. So that's over $1 million retirement, right? And then, on top of that, at any minimum point in time, your death benefit or your insurance minimum is 500,000, but or up to 1 million, depending on when you pass away and how much cash is left in there. You use some, then they take it out, and then they pay you the rest. Or you haven't used anything at all, then they pay you all of it, right? But minimum is at least 500,000. And for long-term care, remember I showed to you 900,000. I'm sorry, 90,000 a year, right? 90,000 a year for like 10 plus years is also $1 million pretty much, right? Almost 100,000 times 10 years. So also you have $1 million for long-term care if something you get sick. Rebecca, this is what you pay, and this is what you get. You pay $500 a month or $18 a day, and what you get is 50%, up to 50%. You get a safety, never lose your money, 0.75%. Then you have potential to have $1 million retirement. Or if something happened to you, you don't have to worry. You're always going to be protected, either in a form of sickness or if you pass away. So all we have to do right now is just see if you qualify. So all it's just paperwork. We just will send the application to the company. They take 1 month just to make sure to be able to use it with the application. So and then they will use that for your first month if you get approved. If you don't get approved, then they return the money to you also, and you have conditional insurance, everything. So here, let's just see if you apply, and then if you want to change the number, we will look right now. We compare. You want to put more? Maybe you need to put $1,000 so you have better retirement. Or you want to put less? We can look into $300. Okay? But we can figure that out after we do paperwork. So here, give me your driver license.
Awesome.
Wow.
Very easy.
Easy!
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sure. You have any question? Does it sound good?
Yes.
Good.
It's clear, right? You pay
Yes.
and what you get.
Yes.
Okay? That's it, people. You don't need to sound all fancy with your percentages and comparisons and how it relates, why it's better than 401k and this and that. Nobody remembers any of that anyways. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mona, you're in retail.
Yeah.
What do clients want to know? What do I pay and what do I get? And is it worth it? Is that true? You don't need to go into, if I want to buy jewelry from you. Oh, this is from you know, da-da-da, why it's better than this one. I mean, very complicated clients. Of course, if they ask, then you can explain to them.